Imagine a young man named David. He's bright, ambitious, and full of potential. But there's a shadow that looms over his life, an invisible chain that holds him back. It's not drugs, it's not alcohol, and it's not any physical addiction. It's something far more insidious, something that creeps into his thoughts and dictates his actions. David feels an overwhelming need to be liked, to be admired, and to be validated. He constantly checks his social media for likes and comments, shaping his life around what others think of him. He feels a rush every time he gets a new follower, a new compliment, or a new achievement. But no matter how much he gets, it's never enough. This is the beginning of his enslavement to one of the most addicting sins. David's life begins to revolve around this insatiable hunger. He starts comparing himself to others, feeling inadequate when he sees someone else succeed. His self-worth is tied to his popularity, his achievements, and the praise he receives. Slowly but surely, he becomes consumed by jealousy and envy. He can't help but feel bitter when others seem happier or more successful. He starts to lie, exaggerating his accomplishments to appear more impressive. He becomes deceitful, hiding his true feelings and struggles to maintain a perfect facade. He's constantly anxious, fearing that his flaws will be exposed and he'll lose the admiration he craves. This sin whispers lies into David's ear, convincing him that his worth is determined by others' opinions. It's a never-ending cycle of seeking approval, feeling temporary satisfaction, then falling into deeper despair. It's a trap that many fall into, often without even realizing it. David's relationships start to suffer. Friends notice his constant need for validation, his obsession with appearance, and his growing discontent. They begin to distance themselves, unable to deal with his negativity and envy. David feels even more isolated, pushing him further into the grip of this addiction. What is this most addicting sin that has such a hold on David's life? It's pride. Not the healthy pride that comes from genuine accomplishments, but a twisted, destructive pride that breeds envy, deceit, and a never-ending hunger for validation. Pride is a sin that disguises itself as ambition and self-worth, but it's rooted in insecurity and fear. It tells us that we need to be better than others, that our value is based on our achievements and others' admiration. It drives us to lie, to cheat, and to manipulate just to maintain a false image. David's story is a cautionary tale. Pride is like a black hole, constantly pulling us in deeper, making us believe that we're never good enough unless we're better than someone else. It blinds us to our true worth and to the love and acceptance that God offers unconditionally. In the end, David starts to realize the truth. He sees that the constant pursuit of others' approval is a trap, and that true peace comes from understanding his worth in God's eyes. It's a long journey, but he begins to let go of his pride, to be honest about his struggles, and to seek genuine relationships. He learns that humility, not pride, brings true happiness. By embracing humility, David finds freedom from the chains that once bound him, discovering that his true value comes from being a beloved child of God, not from the fleeting approval of others. So if you ever find yourself caught in the cycle of pride, remember David's story. Let go of the need for constant validation and embrace the humility that leads to true freedom and joy.